Imagine looking at a jar of volatile, flesh-melting emerald green acid and deciding to drink it. Not as an execution and not as an accident. You are convinced the liquid fire won't kill you. You believe it will burn away human flesh to reveal the immortal, scaly beast hiding underneath. Decades after the events we are about to discuss, a Targaryen prince died screaming in a puddle of his own melted organs because he held exactly this delusion. He believed he was a dragon trapped in a human body. When a ruling family builds its identity on a myth of biological supremacy, the internal logic of the individual changes. If you truly see yourself as a god among men, the laws and consequences governing those men no longer seem to apply to you. The year is 209 AC. A massive tournament is underway at Ashford Meadow, and the Targaryen royal family has arrived to project strength. Their living dragons died out nearly a century ago, meaning their rule relies on public perception. They need Westeros to view them as the pinnacle of chivalry, grace, and martial superiority. Prince Aerion Targaryen, known to the realm as Brightflame, rejected this performative grace. He operated on a platform of Valyrian elitism, treating those without the blood of the old empire as little more than livestock. We see this mindset during the tourney's joust. Facing a skilled knight named Sir Humphrey Harding, Aerion realizes the contest is becoming competitive. Instead of pursuing a chivalric victory, he lowers his lance and intentionally drives it through the neck of Sir Humphrey's horse. As the animal dies in agony and the opposing knight's leg is shattered beneath its weight, Aerion offers no apology. He sits atop his own mount and smirks. Historians often label this as the Targaryen madness, a supposed genetic curse. But this behavior also mirrors the psychological result of giving absolute power and zero accountability to a cruel, entitled child. Without living dragons to enforce their divinity, the Targaryens are mortal and vulnerable to the same steel as anyone else. Aerion's ego could not process this vulnerability. During the festival, a Dornish puppeteer named Tanselle stages a simple play for the crowds. The story features a wooden knight slaying a wooden dragon. Aerion witnesses this and enters a state of tranquil fury. He doesn't see entertainment. He sees a direct insult to his bloodline. In his mind, a dragon losing, even in a puppet show, is an act of high treason. He orders his guards to seize the puppeteer. Without raising his voice, Aerion takes Tanselle's hand and systematically snaps her fingers one by one. For Aerion, a symbol is as dangerous as a sword. If a wooden dragon can be defeated by a common puppet, his entire claim to absolute authority begins to feel like a performance he can no longer control. This assault is interrupted by Ser Duncan the Tall. Dunk is a penniless hedge knight from the slums of King's Landing who actually follows the chivalric oaths that the highborn lords usually treat as mere suggestions. Seeing a woman being tortured, Dunk tackles the royal prince, smashing him into the mud and kicking a royal tooth from his mouth. Striking a prince is a capital offense, and Dunk is immediately seized. Yet Aerion isn't enraged, he is confused. He cannot comprehend why a man would throw his life away to protect a peasant who holds no value to the crown. To Aerion, human beings are simply tools to be used or discarded. Dunk's empathy makes him appear like a malfunctioning piece of equipment, one that needs to be broken to prevent it from failing again. Dunk demands a trial by combat. This presents a massive problem for Prince Aerion, who knows he cannot defeat the 7-foot giant in a standard one-on-one duel. To bypass a fair fight, Aerion invokes the Trial of 7, an obscure loophole requiring 14 combatants. He uses his royal status to command his father, brother, and elite Kingsguard. He secures 6 fighters instantly, tilting the scale entirely in his favor. The legal trap is set. If Dunk cannot find 6 men willing to fight and die for a penniless hedge knight by dawn, his life is automatically forfeit. By invoking this law, Aerion turns a holy tradition into a legal meat grinder. He uses the existing social hierarchy to perform the execution, ensuring that Dunk's lack of highborn friends is just as fatal as a sword stroke. At dawn, Dunk stands entirely alone in the arena. The lords in the stands remain silent, unwilling to risk the king's wrath for the sake of a commoner. As the heralds prepare to declare the trial over, a final champion rides out of the river mists. The knight bears the shield of the three-headed red dragon. When he lowers his visor, he is revealed as Crown Prince Baelor Breakspear, heir to the Iron Throne. The future king of Westeros is about to draw his sword against his own family to defend the rights of a low-born peasant. In the chaos of a 14-man melee, the survival of the realm's greatest heir now depends on a hedge knight's strength. Will the perfect king survive the chain reaction started by his brother's cruelty? Subscribe to see how the blood of the dragon finally breaks.